What's up, guys? Hydra Frontier back at it again with another video, and in this video, guys, I'm going to show you how to vanquish Soul. And of course, if you guys are a beginner to the deck or an expert, let me know down below how I did. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more videos. But I will say, when this deck came out first in Wild Survivors, it was a threat. Now with the new support post Duelist Advance, it's insane, and you have to know the combos. So let's get started with the new cards that came out of Duelist Advance, starting off with one of the most broken cards for the deck. We have Vanquish Soul Holly Sue. Now, if I had to rate this card from S tier to F tier, this is a triple S level threat, okay? So you want to be very careful when versing this deck. So going off of just the effect here, we have during the main phase, quick effect, you can reveal one other Vanquish Soul monster in your hand, special summon this card from your hand. Quick effect, you can activate one of these effects by revealing monsters in your hand with the listed attributes. Now with Earth and Dark, take control of one monster your opponent controls with the lowest attack, your choice, till the end of the turn. We have Fire and Dark, special summon one non-psychic Vanquish Soul monster from your deck. You can only use each effect of Vanquish Soul Holly Sue once per turn and cannot activate more than one in the same chain. So breaking down this whole effect here, right? Earth or Dark, take control of one monster your opponent controls. So they start off a combo, you can take that away from them. Most of the time, they'll just go right to the next game because they know how Vanquish Soul is. And with Fire and Dark, it's pretty much an E-Telly. Now that's insane. It has so much to do with just the one card. Plus, it has a pretty beefy defense, you know, in case you get up to the point where you just need to defend your life points. But I will say, Vanquish Soul is the type of deck where, you know, I think in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh, we say, hey, it's not your turn, it's our turn. This literally says, well, I don't care if I go first or second, you know, in general, this whole deck, because it's like, I'm going first either way, you know? And Vanquish Soul is just such a great deck. And I think that you really should be prepared for it if you are going to be versing it, of course, at big tournaments, or just in general, if you do want to play it, you want to learn your weaknesses against the deck. So let's go ahead and get into the next one here. We have Vanquish Soul Rocks, and this is a XYZ rank 4 monster. It needs 2+ level 4 Vanquish Soul monsters to make it. Once per turn, if a Vanquish Soul monster battled this turn, you can also XYZ summon Vanquish Soul Rocks by using one Vanquish Soul monster or one rock of the Vanquisher you control. Transfer its materials to this card. Gains the following effects based on the attributes of its attached materials. Dark, all monsters your opponent controls lose 800 attack. Fire, Vanquish Soul monsters you control gain 1000 attack. Earth, you can detach one material from this card, destroy one card your opponent controls, which is a great effect. And you could always go ahead and just summon a Zeus right on top of it too, so that's something to also note. Moving on, we do have Vanquish Soul Start. So this one is the field spell, and you could target one Vanquish Soul monster you control, add a Vanquish Soul monster with a different attribute from your deck to your hand. Insane. We have a Vanquish Soul monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect. You can reveal one VS monster in your hand instead. During the phase, if you control 2 or more VS monsters, you can set one VS trap from your deck. You can only use each effect of Vanquish Soul Start once per turn. So again, overall, it's literally a starting card, right? It's called Start. It's a starting card. So it's a great card to actually have, and I'm glad that VA has that in its arsenal now. Moving on, we do have the first end board. Now, remember, this is a 1.5 card combo pretty much because you're starting off with the Stake Your Soul, and of course, you have Ash Blossom. Now, I'm not going to go through the entire combo, but again, this is a very strong start if they are going first. If, you know, optimally, you have Stake Your Soul, you activate it. If you have Ash Blossom, or, you know, you have another VS monster in your hand, of course, you can go ahead and reveal the Ash. Go ahead and add your Raisin. Now, bottom left, you'll see the end board hand you'll have here, but you'll add Raisin, normal summon Raisin effect. You'll get the Xiaolong. Then you can go from Raisin into your Link 1, bringing Raisin back to hand. Eventually, you will get Border, and you'll end up where you'll have a start on field. You'll have this kind of setup. You'll have the Snow Devil in the back row, and then next turn, of course, you're going to be adding that Holly Sue from your deck to your hand for more interaction on your opponent's turn or on our turn, right? So overall, you might say, wow, this doesn't look strong, but you really have to kind of break the board down and see, okay, what's kind of going on here, because Vanquish Soul has a lot of interaction with your deck if you are versing it. So moving on, guys, and again, going second, they can go crazy too, so keep that in mind. We're going to go straight into the deck counters, right? This is what you guys want to know. What can you use against them? How do you stop this threat? So starting off with the hand traps, we have Ash Blossom, Joyous Spring, of course, and you want to hit the Raisin, you want to hit the Stake Your Soul. It's good at least in your favor, that Stake Your Soul is not a Vanquish Soul card. It's not called Vanquish Soul Stake Your Soul. That would be insane. But I will say though that you know, these are the two you really want to hit. Now there's a debate, right? Should you imperm the Raisin? No, you should not, because a lot of the time they can try to go ahead and kind of get over that, and then you wasted your infinite impermanence. So you want to just stick with Ash Blossom when it comes to these two cards. Moving on, we have Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, and again, now that we have the field spell from the new support, you want to hit that and just get rid of that immediately, giving them less interaction, of course, and you know, time to kind of add cards from their deck to hand, and just in general deck interaction. But you want to just immediately do that. And then Ghost Bell in Haunted Mansion, you want to just hit the continue. Not now, of course, does everyone play continue? Not everyone, but a lot of people will use this card. And if you do have Ghost Bell in your deck, you might as well go ahead and use it on this. Infinite Permanence, you want to just hit the Rock, because it's a very important card once they summon it on field. And you know, I think that too, it will help you kind of get to the end of the game where you won't have to, you have the choice of not want to say you can't target it like for an attack, but if you of course imperm, you can go ahead and just go right there, right, for either damage to try to break a tie, or again just take the game. So that is for part 1. Part 2 for hand traps, guys, we have DD Crow. Same thing, you want to get rid of that continue. You have Dominus Impulse. You want to hit the Snow Devil. It's a very important card to have. They can easily, you know, set it going turn 1, so it's something that you do want to target. Now for Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries, I know people don't really use this card in terms of currently meta wise, but I wanted to just leave it here anyway, just in case you guys do have that option. Now my whole thing with Winter Cherries is that if you're already playing a deck that's similar, or you're playing certain cards that are similar in the extra deck, like let's say everyone's playing Little Knight for example, then that could be a target. Now if you're playing the Mirror, then you guys already know what to hit. You want to hit the Rock, you want to hit the Dice Smasher, you want to hit of course the a Horror, because you know these are cards that are threats and they will pretty much skip your turn, end your turn, half your life points, and at the end of the day you want to hit any important combo pieces that you have common, you know, interaction with your opponent. So these are the ones I would choose. And then when you have Droll and Lockbird here, you know, you guys already know, but anytime they add a card, you can just go ahead and Droll, just Droll, because that's going to really stop them, at least for that turn, and then you have to worry about the next round. And then we do have Phantasme. When they do summon the Rock, go ahead and drop the Phantasme. Phantasme has been becoming more popular lately, and honestly, it's very valid. It helps you shuffle your hand. It's a negate. It's a great card to have for your deck. But moving on, guys, we do have powerful spells, and a lot of these are great, right? Because we do have TTT. We also have TTT. We have Lightning Storm. We have Dimensional Fissure, which is okay, but again, I would probably say you might want to choose something else. Potentially there are stronger spell cards here. You do have Deck Lockdown, which is pretty much just Droll and Lockbird, but in a continuous spell, which is great to have, and Harpy's Feather Duster from time to time, but I would say you should lean a little bit away from that, only because they're not playing heavy on back row. You really just have, again, the snow that they would set. But again, just wanted to leave it on for you guys, because who knows, people are playing different versions of the deck. Moving on, we do have, should you play these cards? So starting off with Nibiru, no. So for the opening board, you can actually achieve that with just 4, not even going into 5 summons, which is crazy, but it is possible with that deck. It's very unlikely, if they're playing it correctly, they will not go into Nib range. So do not play Nibiru the Primal Being at all. When it comes to D-Shifter, they actually play D-Shifter, so you don't want to also D-Shifter as well. It would just kind of waste a slot in your deck. If you're siding it out, definitely side it out and put something else that could help out. Now, when it comes to Goes and Match in Rivalry of the Warlords, you do want to do that because, again, it does kind of slow them in terms of just not having so many things going out on the field. Now, there can only be one is bad because they have so many different types. You're just kind of playing into what they want you to do, so don't use that. But Goes in and Rivalry are pretty solid targets. And then moving on to Dimensional Barrier, I would actually say you go ahead and use it if you can, because again, you can't use it against the Rock. That's why you put the X here, but you still can use it against the XYZs, which is nice. And you know, once they get to those, at that point, you're kind of done at that point, because at that they're, you know, again, they're skipping your turn, they are halving your life points, they're winning in time, so you want to go ahead and just say no to that immediately. And guys, that is all I have for you for today's video on how to Vanquish Vanquish Soul. So if you guys have any questions, please, if you're a beginner or you're an expert on the deck, let me know down below what else you would add. And guys, if you like the video, make sure to give it a huge like, comment down below your thoughts, of course. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Go and hit that subscribe button and turn notification bell on to update the next time I upload new videos. All right, guys, hope you have a good rest of your day or night, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.